Michelle?
An all-around good team win. What stood out to you about Senga in particular?
The fork ball today, that was a pitch that he had it right away, and they kept swinging at it, and he kept going, and then he made the fastball look like a, 98, 99 when it was 95, 96 because of how much he was throwing that. And then the cutter was good, the sweeper, all of his pitches, he attacked, got ahead, got some chases, so he was solid today.
That was the first time he's ever given a home run on his forkball. How much of a testament is it to just how much of a weapon that pitch is for him?
Yeah, that's his pitch. When on a day like today where he was on, it's impressive that first time they took him deep, right, leading off the game. But yeah, it's just that's like I said, that's a plus pitch for him. But on top of that, he's got 96. When he needs to 97, he's got the cutter, he's got the sweeper, he's got that slow breaking ball. Like there's a lot of pitches that he could go to at any time. So that's what makes him who he is.
Manny?
Everything okay with Nimmo?
Yeah, he was just cramping up right calf. I think it was his right. Yeah, so he could get, but at that point, it's like let's not risk it. Just play it safe, and that was it.
And just sticking with Nimmo, since the neck, he's been hitting really well. So what are you seeing from him there?
I don't know if it was because of, we knew that we've been hitting the ball hard as a whole, and now we're starting seeing some results with a lot of the guys, and Name is one of those, I kept saying, like, there's nothing, he's been hitting the ball hard. Yes, there's been a few stretches where maybe, he's not seeing results, but today, saw it yesterday, saw it today, a good hitter finally getting results.
Roger?
Carlos, about Senga's performance, you used the word solid. At one point, he retired 17 in a row. Is he just solid because that seventh inning wasn't so great?
He was outstanding. He was really good, for him to go back out there for the seventh. And, he kept getting swing and misses, and he used all of his pitches. Like, he was really good.
What do you think was different in the seventh inning?
I don't know. He just the leadoff walk, pitch clock violation there, to begin the at bat. Then line drive to third base, and then another walk. Yeah, it happens, Yeah, I thought it was good for him at that time. I went to the bullpen, but yeah, he was really good overall.
And can you sort of just describe the way that you see Batty making a difference in this lineup? You batted him fifth today and all. Yeah,
and came through right away with the bases loaded, to set the tone. Base clearing triple there. But not only offensively, but defensively. He made another couple of them. The line drive, obviously, right at him, but that slow roller was really good. The way he charged it, got rid of it. Pretty good play by Pete, using the whole, the good footwork with the stretch and the pick there. But like I said, from Brett, it's just the defense, the at-bats, the conviction. Confidence player that, like you said, he's hitting fifth today, and then first inning he gets an opportunity and comes through.
20 on the left.
It's been about 10 days since you tweaked the top of that lineup. How do you like how that's looking, especially against right-handed pitchers with Nimmo in that two-hole?
Yeah, and with Nim swinging the bat the way he is, then Lindor, you're creating traffic for the big boys, whether it's Soto, Pete, and we've seen that. I feel like since we make that adjustment, those guys have been getting on for those guys, and they continue to come up to the plate with traffic. Still early, obviously, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
Abby?
You guys have hit 13 triples this year. Last year, you guys hit 15 throughout the whole season. I know sometimes it's random. The last few days we've talked about how hitting can be very random and you can't control what happens after you hit the ball. But can you attribute those triples to anything like base running or getting good reads, anything like that?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of the guys that are hitting it and taking advantage of this ballpark too. We know that when that ball gets in the gap and down the right field line from lefties, we got guys that can run the bases as well. So I think it's a combination of both, putting good swings on balls and then taking advantage of, athleticism and taking an extra base.
Batty doesn't hit a lot of them. It was only, I think, his second career triple. What did you see in that at bat from him, and just what's what is still working for him that maybe hasn't been earlier this season?
I like the aggressiveness. First pitch, he went out there and swung through a fastball, and he kept attacking. And then he got a pitch up in the zone, and he was able to put a really good swing on it, and going left center there. I think he just starts with the aggressiveness in the strike zone, and he continues to do that.
Jerry.
This is two pretty good games for Juan in a row. I know you said you never had any doubt he'd come out of it. I'm sure he never had any doubt he'd come out of it. But there's some nice interaction with the fans today. Do you sense a relief by him? He's had two good games in a row. Do you sense any sort of mood lightening for him at all?
Not really. Not really. Same guy that gets a walk today. I thought he put a really good swing on it, and the wind was blowing towards right field, and for him to hit it out of the ballpark like that on a day that the conditions are not in his favor, that's pretty impressive. But same guy. As long as we're shaking hands at the end of the day, that's all that matters to him. So we know, and he knows he's at the end of the year. I keep saying it, the numbers are going to be there.
All right. One more for Andrew. I'm sorry.
A lot has kind of been made about how you guys have struggled with runners in scoring position. So how nice was it to, not only for Brett, but for Tyrone to cash in there in the first inning? Obviously you guys were trailing at that point as well. So
Yeah, I feel like it's been a thing for us, but we also know that we're doing some good things, when you look at the underlying numbers. Yeah, we want to see results, right? But that at some point that's going to come our way. And we saw it today. Brett with the base clearing triple, and then it was nice to see TT, being aggressive there with 2 outs and getting that RBI too. I thought we had some really good at bats. Juan first and second, nobody out, walks. So we continue to do that. We're going to be in a good place.
All right. Thank you very much, Carlos.